This is another edition of the Mind of Ari podcast. Today I have a
Okay.
special guest. You want to go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hey, it's your boy Stephon Scriber out here, repping Maryland. What it do?
Okay, okay. And before we get started, I just want to let all the listeners know that, Stephon is somebody that, I used to work with at my current job, but also a fellow veteran, which we'll get into later. But overall, he's somebody that is very encouraging. He's a lively personality, and he's always somebody that he's going to have your back and find ways to be able to help you out. So he's somebody that if you don't know, after there's a hope that, you'll be willing to want to get to know. So we're gonna jump right into it. So, you know, how's your year been so far?
Man, I cannot complain. I transitioned from General Dynamics where I was at. I just started working for a company called Naritsu, getting back into my electronics technician background that I had in the military. And so far, so good, man. I can't complain. The wife is doing great. We're trying to make moves. We're trying to get a house. Things are really starting to come together, man. I gotta give all blessings to God, man.
Yeah, no, that's a blessing. That's definitely a blessing. And so for you, like, I want to know, like, where are you from originally, and then how was it growing up
Oh, okay. Well, that's you getting right into it. I bet. So
there?
I'm originally from Southern Maryland, a little town called Leonardtown. I grew up in Mechanicsville. I had a little bit in Lexington Park. I grew up a little bit in D.C. And I mean, everyone's childhood is a little bit different. I know that not every parent has everything figured out. And as an adult, I had that conversation with my parents, and they admitted some faults and some wrongdoings. I admitted some faults and wrongdoings on my behalf. But I can honestly say that my childhood, as far as my family was concerned, was filled with nothing but love. Now, the love may have been misplaced, it may have been misguided. Sometimes, at times, it could have been miseducated. They didn't know how to necessarily give love to someone like me because I'm not really completely like any of my parents because I have a stepfather. But I knew that even at a young age, I knew that the things that were happening, I knew they were either done because they didn't know better or they and they did it out of love because they wanted what was best for me, even if I couldn't see.
Yeah, no, that makes sense. You
Those.
there?
It's Southern Maryland. Some things. Yeah, I'm here.
Yeah,
Can you hear me?
you was kind of going in and out, but you back now.
Okay, my bad. My bad. So yeah, like I was saying, like I was always like they would say I'm the class. I just enjoy making people laugh. It's just my thing. I really can't complain. It made me who.
Yeah. It was kind of going in and out, but I hear you though.
Oh man, I wish I'm not even moving. All right.
Yeah, nah, it's all good. You know how the towers is sometimes. It's all good, but hey, we still on, man. So it's all good. We can still keep rolling. And so, and it's good that you had that experience as far as with your parents to be able to, tell them how you felt growing up, and they were able to tell you, their flaws and the pros and cons that they experienced as far as with their child. Because a lot of people coming up don't have that conversation. So when they have a kid, it turns into that cycle of, well, I don't have to explain to you. I'm just a parent, so you just, do
Mm,
as I say, and then, there's no explanation for whatever actions I did. So that's good you're able to have that type of conversation.
absolutely, man. I'm very appreciative. And like I said before, that conversation didn't happen until honestly a couple of years ago because I'm 31 now, and it definitely took a lot of time for me to one gain the confidence to ask those hard questions. I don't have a problem asking those awkward questions, but when you know that you're about to put someone that you care about and that you love in an uncomfortable state of mind, it's a little hard. Like you don't want to do that, but for you, the sense of peace that I needed in myself, I had to get that off of my chest. So I had to talk about that, and my parents were receptive, and I appreciate and love them for it.
Yeah, I mean that's a lot of respect and love that is gained with that. So it's good to see that y'all was able to get beyond that and become stronger, from that, so that helps out.
Absolutely.
Okay. And so, like, as you were growing up and, during, high school or middle school, did you have any idea of what you wanted to do, like, once you got out of school?
Once I got out of school, I had absolutely no idea what I wanted to do. Throughout school, like middle school and high school, everyone said, "Hey, man, you should be an actor, man. You're so animated, so lively. You should be a comedian, man. You're funny as I don't know what." And those things were passions of mine. Like I enjoy making people laugh. I enjoy acting out things and assuming different personas to bring a character from anything to life through my personal experiences and just naturally how I am. But it's nothing I really wanted to pursue as a career because I've seen too many times, more often than not, that people try to pursue something that they have a passion for and do it as a career, and they get burnt out. Like they don't want to do it anymore. They don't have the same passion for it anymore. So immediately getting out of high school, I had no idea what I wanted to do. So my parents saw my lack of direction. I was in college, and I was messing up. I was messing up on the streets. I had to be honest. And my parents were like, "We've had enough of this. Either you gonna join the military, or you can get up out of my house." And I'm like, "Okay, well, I mean, if I join the military, I'm gonna get up out of your house anyway." So I joined the military.
Okay. And so by doing that, did you have any regrets initially joining, or was it something where you felt anything you was gonna do, you was gonna make the most of it?
The latter, absolutely. Anything that I was going to do, I was going to try to maximize the potential. I was going to do it. I was going to enjoy myself no matter what. And I mean, I feel like anyone could understand that has been in the military. When you do things with passion, you're doing things, I just want to have a good time. I want to do what I got to do, but I want to have a good time. I'm a free spirit. I want to laugh. I want to joke because I do believe that you can work hard and have fun at the same time. But not a lot of people in the military feel that way. So I did have a rough road in the military, but everyone knew my work ethic. Everyone knew that I worked hard. I was going to put forth 110%. And everyone also knew that I was going to dance and sing because that's who I am. And I'm never going to stop being me for nobody.
Yeah. Hey, you are. I definitely can agree with that sentiment. So I understand that. What's in you, if it makes you who you are, it's never gonna go away if you have love for yourself, no matter what anybody says. So I definitely
Absolutely.
agree with that. So
Absolutely.
and as far as being in the military, did you have any experiences that stood out to you throughout your duration of being in?
Oh, no. Hello?
Yeah.
Okay. You were
Yeah.
back.
Yeah. Yeah. I probably broke up. I was just saying, did you have any experiences while you were in the military that stood out to you?
Um, any experiences in the military that stood out to me? Okay. So the one that kind of stood out to me the most, I posted it on social media, blah, 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 woo woo. Um, I was almost about to get out of the military. Not by my own terms. It was high year tenure. I couldn't make E5. I studied with a chief. He told me everything I needed to study, and I studied. He quizzed me. I did good, and I took that last test, and I didn't make it. I missed it by like 4 or 5 points. They couldn't find any awards or anything like that, and it was like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Sorry about your luck, man. Go ahead and you may have to start thinking about transitioning out and what your life's gonna look like, and blah blah blah, getting your affairs in order. But my E7 man, my chief, he was like, nah, I already put you in for the cap. So we're gonna see if that works out. And he kept me up to date. And he was like, man, there's one person ahead of you. He has a stronger collateral. He has more face time with the command. So I don't know how it's gonna go. And I'm like, all right, well, it is gonna be what it is gonna be. If I get it, I mean, I'll be gracious for it. But if not, then this is not for me. And I'm gonna figure out how to manage civilian life. And I got it because he made it off the exam. So God blessed him. God blessed me. And the people that showed up for that ceremony, it really touched my heart. Like a lot of people, I didn't think they even knew who I was or paid attention to who. They stood up and they clapped, and I was like, really the longest I've heard anybody in the Navy clap for anybody for anything. And I was like, man, I feel that. Like that's love. That a lot of people showed up for me, the ones I cared about, the ones I didn't know that cared about. everybody showed up and there was nothing but love, and that'll probably be my most precious memory of the military.
Well, yeah, and leaving with a memory like that, no matter what else happened, it shows that the good outweighs the bad, and that's something that took me a while to learn because I was bitter on certain things that happened during my time in the military, and certain things can be, it can be caused by your own ways, or
Hmm.
stepping over your own, self. So, and that kind of happened with me, and I had, a kind of, I guess you could say, like, love hate relationship with the military, but over time I realized that it took those certain steps and it took that path in many ways for me to meet certain people that are still in my life now and to be able to, get the certain mindset I needed to elevate to where I'm at now and then to continue on. So certain things happen to where not because it's you didn't you're not great enough to be in that certain position, but your path is for something else.
Hello,
Yeah, can you hear me?
hello, hello,
Yeah, can you hear me?
hello, hello, hello.
Let me see here.
I don't know what's going on. I got all these bars here, but I ain't got no
Yeah,
reception.
can you
I
hear
might
me?
have to move around.
Can you hear me?
Hello, hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Let me see if I can move around a little bit. I'm gonna just keep saying hello until you can
Yeah,
hear
can you
me,
hear me?
until you tell me that you can hear me and I can hear you back.